Hello, good morning, guys. Welcome to Technology. Today, we are going to have a live session of coding, a live coding session. We are going to create a flying kite from scratch by following step-by-step tutorial. This is the objective of today's lesson. The title is Step by Step and 10 Blocks. But because of time, we are going to focus on the first part, which is step by step. And the objective is, by the end of this lesson, you guys should be able to create a flying kite from scratch by following a step-by-step tutorial. So I'm going to walk you through all the steps, and at the end of it, you'll be able to make something like this. I have already made mine, but we are going to start again and do it. Let me show you what you'll be able to do. This is what I've created. You guys will be able to do something like this. Such like game. Really cool, really funny. So this is what you will create at the end of this lesson. So without delay, I'm going to close it, and we are going to create a new Scratch project. I'm going to walk you step by step. And the first thing that we are going to do is we want the cat to make it fly. So I'm going to my file, create a new one. Okay, there we go. We start from the beginning. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to change the sprites. I don't want the sprites. I'm going to choose another one. Choose a sprite. There we go. I'm looking for a flying cat. A flying cat. That's flying. This is it. We have our flying cats. So the next step will be to choose the background. Right now the background, there's nothing in the background. We're going to change the background. Come here, choose the background. So I'm going to go for a blue sky 2 background. I pick this one. This is it. You see the background has changed to a sky blue. Now next, I'm going to choose another character. I'm going to choose another character. So the character that I'm going to choose. Actually we have already chosen a character, but we are going to code it. We want our character to say something. So for our character to say something, we are going to start with the events. We want, when the green flag is clicked, we want our character to say something. So our character can say something like time to fly. Okay, we are going to delete hello and write time to fly. So this is what our character will be saying. So let's try it and see if it works. Okay, yeah, there we go. It says time to fly. So the next step, we want our character to move with the arrow key on the keyboard. We want it to move, so we are going to code it so that it can start moving when we are using the arrow key. So what we are going to do, we start with the arrow. We go to the events. So we want it when the arrow key, let's start with the up arrow. We want when the up arrow is pressed, we want our sprite to change the X, the coordination by 10. So we are going to motion we want it to change x by 10. Let's go for change x. This is it. Change y, sorry. Change y by 10. This is it. Now, this is what will happen when I press the up arrow. You see the way it's changing, but we don't want it to continue going up. We want it also to go down. So we're going to add another event when the down arrow is pressed. We're going to make it to the down arrow. When the down arrow is pressed, we want now the cat to go down. We want it to go down. So let's go to motion. We want it to go down by 10. So we're going to change y minus 10 to make change y minus 10. So we're changing 1 minus 10. So let's try. You see, if I press down, there we go. You see our sprites can go up and down, up and down. If I press the up arrow, it goes up. If I press the down arrow, it goes down. Okay, now let's move on. The next step, we are going to choose another object to collect. Remember in the game that I showed you, the flying cat was eating things. So we are going to add another sprite and look for something that you can collect. So let's go for the apple. We pick the apple. There we go. And we are going to code make the object move. We want this apple to move. So for the apple to move, we are going to start with the motion. Actually, we want the apple to go to random position. We want the apple to change the x by 24. We go to change x. I want it to change x by 250, and I want it also to change x by minus 15. Change x by minus 15. Change x by minus 15. But I want the minus 15 to repeat. So we are going to control. I want it to repeat. There we go. Let's say I want it to repeat 32 times. 32 times. And this all I want it to repeat forever. There we go. And when will it happen? Only when the green flag is pressed. Let's try to press the green and see what happens. See? It's moving. Good. Now, this being done, we are going to move on to the next step, which is we're going to again select the cat flying character. We want to add score because it's going to be again, so we want to add score. So what we are going to do, we're going to create a new variable. We go here, new variable. We click in variable, and we are going to make a variable. And this variable, we're going to name it score. There we go. Name it. You see, it's popped out here. I have created a new variable, but we are going to code that variable that we have created. So what we are going to do, we want to set the score. So to set the score, actually we want to set the score. We want the variable, we drag set the score. We want to set the score to 0 when the green flag is pressed, is clicked. We want the score to stay in 0, but we have we have to figure out what would happen if the flying cart eats the apple. What would happen? So we are going to go back to the variable. We pick the the control. We pick the if control, and we want if the flying cart touches the apple, we want the score to change to 1, to change by 1 actually. So what we are going to do, we have to look for the touching the apple block. So the touching the apple block, we are going to sensing. Yeah, this is it. We have touching. We put it, we drag it here inside. Okay, now working. Then inside here, touches. Oh, this is not the right block. We go to the apple, try to take it inside. So we click it inside. There we go. So if the flying cart touches the apple, what would happen? What do we want to happen? We want the score to change by 1. So for the score to change by 1, we drag the change from the variable category. We want the score, we go to score, to change by 1, and after that it has to wait. It's gonna wait only for 1 second, and then things will happen. So we go to events, no, actually control, and click on wait 1 second, and then it will start. So I want all these things to repeat forever actually. So we're going to click forever. There we go. And then for this to happen, we must set it to when the green flag is clicked. This is it. So let's try. Let's click and try to see what would happen. You see what happened? If the flying cart eats the apple, the score up here is changing. Alright, let's reset it. Okay, there we go. Now the next step we want to add scenery. We want it to be more appealing. We are going to add scenery. We are going to add another sprite. This time around we are going to look for cloud. Let's tap cloud. Yeah, here it is. We pick this cloud, and we want to create scenery actually. We want to add scenery. We have added another sprite, which is the cloud. So let's go ahead and code the cloud. We want to make the scenery move. We want to move the scenery. So to move it, we're going to set X to 25 to 250. We are going to motion. We are going to set X. We are going to set X to 250, and we are going to set x again to -5. Remember, here we are coding the clouds. Now we want -5 now. Okay, we want the -5 to repeat, so we go to control. We want it to repeat 100 times. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. We're going to have it repeat 100 times, and we want the from here down here to repeat forever. Okay, there we go. And for it to happen, obviously the green flag should be clicked. This is it. We have created the code to move the scenery. So let's check it out. There we go. You see, it's moving. It's moving. So if we click here, you see that there we go. Our flying cards. It's moving. Okay, let's stop. We haven't finished yet. Now we move on to the next step. Next step is costume. We want the costume to change. Actually, the costume of the scenery, we want it to change. So we're going to add the next costume. We want it to change the next costume, so we go to looks and add the next costume here and see what would happen. Try to look closely to this sky. It will change. You see, when you click here, you see the sky is changing randomly. The costume is changing. So this is what we wanted to add. Okay, now next step. The next step, we are going to add, or if you want to make it more appealing, we can add another scenery. This time around, we are going to look for building. Okay, we pick this building. We want to add a building. Okay, there we go. So we are going to code the building and make it change to. So we're going to have the same code that we had here. We click and we copy it, Control C. We go to the building, we paste it here, Control V, and we click on the events, and when the green flag is clicked, so we want we want the building 2 to change. Let's try. You see? Okay, alright. So let's try to see. Okay, this is it. Now there's something that I wanted to make it a bit appealing. The sounds, there's no sound, but we can add the sound here. Let me pause it. We can add the sound here. Let's go for the sound. We want that when the cat touches the apple, we want it to make a sound. So we're going to, let's say, want it to play pop sound up. The pop actually is what? Let's try it actually. You see the pop sound, but there's also a way of changing the sound. Let's see how the pop sound sounds. Okay, but let's go ahead, change the sound up here. Sound. We are going to look for bite sound. We are going to add. We delete this one. We are going to add. Let's look for bite sound. Okay, this is it. We apply it. So actually, when the flying cats eat the apple, you should hear the bite sound. Let's try it out. Let's try. Let's try. It's not working. Let's try. Let's try. Okay, let's go ahead and fix it. Okay, we go back to the here and we put because here it was set in pop, we are going to put the byte. This is it. Now from now on it should be working. Let's try. There we go. This is it. This is the end of our project. If I make it bigger, see what would happen. Let's try this. There we go. See, the score is changing to 118. This is it. We have created our first Scratch game. Now, as an activity, I want you to repeat the same thing that I've done here. Try to do it by your own and send me a short video of you playing the video game that you have created. So that's it for today. See you next week. If you have any question, do contact me and I will answer. And don't forget, when you are done, go to File and save it to your computer and put it in there, even your first Scratch project. So this is it. We have created a game from scratch, from the beginning, and we did it step by step. If you didn't understand anything, pause the video, go back to it, and you will probably figure it out. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you next week. If there is any question, just contact me. So see you. Bye.